they look really good. Alright, you need a lip. I have a lip. Oh, thanks for bringing my mask. Okay, this is yours or no? That's yours.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Go, 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 go. Want the parents to come on in? Dad, Mom, Reggie.
Right up here, right?
Shoot into the ocean?
Yeah, kind of how we were before.
Back.
Yeah, right here.
What's gonna happen? We'll set you up.
How's my makeup wall?
Wasn't expecting that.
I think that's all we have down here. Oh, this one's missing a bottom.
Stick it in the sand.
and push a lot of water all around.
So sweet. And let's have you stand, or yeah, just get.
What you doing? First.
Here's gotcha.
That's what I wanted to try.
Everyone was ordering orders with their main meal, and then it was just.
Yeah, we don't have plates or anything. We'll have to ask for plates.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Mommy, turn around. Turn around. See, I want to see. Yeah. Ooh. Beautiful. That's the lady in red. Hey, sister. Ooh, what I have. There she has. Mushroom thing. Whoa.
Yeah, all food. All food pictures.
And what does she have here?
Shrimp.
Ooh, shrimp.
You didn't take a picture, never have.
Yeah. Well, another red fish right here too.
Lobster.
Right. Wow. And look at that boy.
I have seen nothing wrong with that.
She was sweet mine.
So yours. I was about to stick my finger in there and taste the sauce. Stick your finger.
Mình chỉ có chấp lại ta. Mami tay bây giờ cái tay cũ cái tay gì. Ở bên sai nó sai mà chỉ có chấp lại cái nhẹ sai nhẹ tay. You had the same.
I have
The same I have?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yours look interesting, Dad.
How's your food, Lila? Very good? Yeah? Mommy, how's your food? Very good? Oh, thế nào tận nói bữa tay là cái nó này đừng lưu tay hai chục là xe con này xe tân thôi cho thì nó là tan cho đi
Okay, Dad, don't take this. It's embarrassing.
bên tay mà thế tay You still have the big bone like mine. I still have the big bone left. That's all.
What the heck?
You want to finish mine, Dad?
Lamb.
You want to finish it?
Nope.
You just save your bone.
No. The dollar here, the dollar chicken
Ooh,
too.
I love this.
Then. Tahu, dalam jatan. Tahu. Một tài thì một chế đấy. Cái này tôi một chế tài đấy. Không có đấy. Oh, be careful.
If I win, you guys are there.
Can I get everyone to just stand here? Yeah. Like stand here? Everyone stand here. Yeah, right there.
Go.
Like, get in there.
Go.
You gotta catch the bouquet. Everyone there.
Let's see.
Kaylin, you grab them, okay? You grab Megan. You grab Anna.
Megan, if you're pregnant.
What's my gonna enjoy it? You already folded in there. Did you really? I can just spin you. What? I'm back here.
Hey, survival of the fittest. See, we hop in just to convince other people to hop in, and then we back out.
What is this?
That's what they're doing with them. Let's go grab it.
Yeah. Never saw that coming. She's going on the Bachelorette. Running away from everybody. I was like stealth mode with you were drifting. You were like from there. Oh, I was on it. I was on it. But they're all moving. They're moving with you, going, oh my god, where is she? You made it tricky. You made it tricky for him. I couldn't have done it without my wing woman. She didn't rig it, but we talked. We're signing her up. You wonder how I got this? Come on, it's all about strategy.
Có nhiều lô lai về. Có nhiều lô lai về.
Alright.
Dạ, có xe rồi chỉ có lấy kia. Có kỳ rồi xe rồi. Sao cả là play ta lấy cả là gì thế? Dạ. một nó phải tại cái một cái đó nó chơi một cái đó bên này người ta tổ chơi bên nó ta chỉ tới một cái nó chơi tôi nhớ tao bên nó bên chơi cho cái thế nó dân không mà khó ta đâu có tiền tu nó đi nó nói gì we're packing our stuff and go home. So it's been a long day. Stop machine hôm nay không có cái gì. Stop đã để hôm nay là plek khó sẽ chế chờ ta là stop machine nữa. Thế mà chế đâu lúc nào chỉ là lúc kia hồ cơ lúc nào đây tất kỳ nó và có một cái check up của nó mà đi bên để cho nó ta nó gì mong ta nó sẽ phải check out cái một điều gì có ta bây giờ để cho cái mình chỉ nó là gì nó để giá đi học mình được tạo cho cái giá trong thành ra một chế này bây giờ mà tổ cái lâu lúc nào là bất cứ sao cái xin nhau cái chỉ có lúc mình một khoa thì cái nhà tình trạng nó có些khoa thì trong một số thì chỉ dùng nhau này dùng tôi ôn lại nhau là nó sao nhưng mà giờ nó cái một chế đâu nó không nhiều một chế này khi nào mà không được xóa đi và bỏ cái chỉ cần cho tao hiện tại cũng đạt cái thế thì người đạt cái chỉ cần cho đấy này rồi có đấy thôi nhớ được mình sau ra thì ta chỉ nói giờ tới chụp nó chụp được làm từ lâu đấy chỉ nhớ tới Hawaii đó sau khi ngồi đây ok thì nó sẽ bác sĩ nó nói là nó cái là chế
What Chinese characters?
Strong wings. Yeah, and I get to work.
sai lời cái order tay ra thì nó bà tổng từ gọi rời như giống như chỉ nó chỉ là rời thế đó sau đó là cái tôi here
Yeah. That's good. There's so much to do. It's almost like you can't do it enough. Nice. Yeah, but we're all volunteers. We don't get paid. We just do tours and work 25 hours a week. And then we're here on the island for basically free. So,
Nice.
What does WORF stand for?
Worldwide Opportunities for Organic Farms.
There you go. You can go.
Yeah.
Apply that.
Yeah, you can. And I think it's like 18 to 80 is the age range, so you can go do anything. And there's so many different farms on this island in general too. So on the west side here, there's Lahaina Family Farms, which is actually right up the hill. It's that white building, so next to the big valley, right to the left in that gully, that white building, that's my old farm. I used to work there. Really liked it. That was a sheep and chicken farm, and then basically they closed down their volunteer program because they couldn't afford to feed us anymore because of COVID, all that stuff. And so I came down here, and now I'm here till mid-April. But then there's a Maui goat farm somewhere on the island. There's a bunch of farms in Kula and Haiku and a bunch of places. And then all over the world, there's farms. You can go to France and other places in Europe.
They did goat yoga.
Yeah? Was it awesome?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did they jump all over you?
All over.
Oh, that's so cool. Was that like here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, an hour away.
Nice.
Yeah, right next to the Lavender Farm.
Nice. That's so cool. Is the Lavender Farm like at Poli Poli, the big hill right like on your way up to Haleakala?
No.
There must be more.
It was right. It was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes away from Kula.
Okay. Oh yeah, Haleakala is way farther.
Yeah.
I'm still getting oriented. Man, I don't leave the farm that much. Yeah, I know there's so much and it all kind of looks the same, but also. So this is our succulent patch. We've got a bunch of different types of succulents planted in here. A lot of them are paddle succulent variants. So anything that's got these like big wide leaves are a type of paddle succulent. We've got some more aloe planted in here. My favorite paddle succulent. But succulents grow super well in dry environments, and Lahaina is super dry. And we irrigate everything too. It has to be, otherwise it really would just be red desert here because of how dry it is. But so these help concentrate water in the area. The soil here is super fertile anyway, but succulents help it become more fertile just because of how much water they keep in that spot, which is cool. We've got more plumeria. So this one these are smaller. It's the same type of tree, but these are just like smaller flowers. And then that pink one is back there that I was talking about earlier. The wind really took a toll on that one. All the flowers just like blew off one day and they were gone. But they come back pretty quick. Yeah, but our plumerias are really nice here. There's another. What'd you say?
Do they bloom year round?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things do have a season here. Like our dragon fruit has a season that it grows. Like right now it's out of season because it's technically winter. But everything else seems to be flowering and doing its thing all year round, just because of how warm and humid it is. So, yeah.
You notice that a lot of farms here are solar powered.
Yeah.
Is that is that very common because of the cost of electricity?
It's pretty common. Also, like having to have an agricultural crop, people include farming solar energy into that.
Oh, okay.
So my old farm was solar powered, which was really cool. I mean, it's better anyway, but also there's just like relentless sun.
Right.
Yeah. So it's overall a really good investment. We're actually working on getting solar panels here. But yeah, it also counts for that farming solar energy. You have enough of it, and then you get like a farmer's bracket, tax bracket kind of thing. Yeah, so that's basically why a lot of people have solar. This is that Simone Coconut I was talking about. This one's still a little immature, so we don't have any fruit from it yet. But basically, the short coconut is what this place is all about. And so Simone Coconuts are an exact example of that. So if this did have fruit, they would be right where the stalks kind of start to spread out. So it wouldn't be very tall. You don't really have to worry about dying via coconut falling from one of these. Versus the super tall ones, never stand under a tall coconut or park under one. You'll see signs that say like falling coconuts, tourists don't park here. Seed pods too, so we'll go through and we'll rip off seed pods, put them in a trash bag and throw them away. Okay. But they're just so good at what they do that they're almost out of control. And we do our best to cut them down, rip off the seed pods, but they're kind of all over the place.
Like totally
Yeah,
They're talking about
they're
this.
super invasive. And the name itself
Talking
actually
about
is interesting. So
Chọn
kind of a
chấm
slang
tổ bên đây cho mình dư là tia và chữ tổ nữa nè.
and it translates to
The
soulless.
invasive species.
Locals don't like people who are here and disrespect the land. That's kind of big in Hawaiian culture. So if you get called a haole by a local, they're not stoked with you. But yeah, so it doesn't happen often, at least if you're respectful and you're like appreciating the island. But then, so the name Haole-Koa for this plant, koa means warrior, and so soulless warrior is the translation to this invasive plant. And it was indeed brought over by the white man. So that's where it gets the name. Yeah, but pretty much every Hawaiian name has a deeper meaning when it's translated. So we've got another succulent in here. This is called the ice plant, and it's this one that kind of spreads out super nice. Something really cool about the ice plant is that it's super, super good at absorbing water. So they're also edible. So if you guys want, pick a little leaf, stick it on your tongue for like 30 seconds, and it'll leave a dry patch on your tongue. You should try it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, weird.
It just tastes like green, like lettuce almost. big fire that started up on the hill and came down and destroyed 85% of our property. Yeah, so we are still in the rebuilding phase. So basically field 1 did not get burned. Actually the road that runs right on the other side of it that protected it, didn't jump, the fire didn't jump the road. But it did snake its way around and get the rest of the fields. So yeah, field 1 is pretty much still where it was at, but from there we basically had to replant 2 through 4. But we still have these beautiful plants. So a couple things about dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is a cactus, and it grows
Look at this
super well
dirt.
in dry environments.
Chắc sôi lắm, nó chơi. Rồi tới rồi. Nó to. Trời ơi, cho nó chỉ sôi luôn.
Nice. Of the self-pollinating ones, which just means that when they flower, the flower has both male and female part. But they are not self-pollinating in the means that we don't have to do anything and they'll just start fruiting. So basically when we're in season, which is like beginning of April, end of March, beginning of April, and then they'll go all throughout the summer. So basically when they start to flower, we have to come out here at 9:30, 10 p.m. With a little makeup brush or paintbrush, and we have to find all the flowers and pollinate them by hand. So we'll come out and knock the male pollen into the female part of the plant, and sometimes there's 500 flowers out here at a time, yeah. And they only survive for one night, so if you miss that flower on that night, you will not get a fruit from that part of the plant. Yeah. So it's kind of a big deal, and if you look, we've got a lot of plants, and this is just field 1. So yeah, sometimes we're out here until 2:30, 3 a.m. pollinating flowers. And then the next day you kind of get to, if you pollinate that night, you get to sleep in a little bit because you're up super late. But they're really cool. So the flowers will pop up on the ends of the cactus and also at any kind of joint. So this is like a vining cactus. So where these separations are, that's like the vine right there. So you could get a flower here as well and one on the tip. So there could be a lot of flowers on one plant basically. So after they're pollinated, the flower will actually shrivel up and kind of just fall off, and where the base of the flower was is where the fruit will start to grow. And it takes about 6 to 8 weeks after pollination for the fruit to start. And so we are completely organic, so we don't use pesticides or anything like that. So once we get fruit, we have to come out here with these little mesh bags, wrap it around the fruit itself, tie it off, and that protects it from birds and bugs as well as it can. Yeah, and then from there we're basically on watch for it to grow, for it to ripen, and then whenever it needs to be picked. And so we used to sell to Whole Foods, and it used to go to other islands and off island when we were in full production before the fire. Now we've sold some to Whole Foods this year, but it's just nowhere near what it used to be. So still in the rebuilding process, but yeah. And then when you plant dragon fruit, so these cactuses I think came from Vietnam and China. They're also native to South America. Dragon fruit is itself. But it's really regulated between the countries to sell cactuses because you don't want any invasive species to just take over an area. So basically when Crystal and Larry got the dragon fruit cactuses, they had to go through a whole government process, which was crazy. Yeah, so they're super regulated. But yeah, so once they planted them, basically what you do, you need these stanchions because they get big and really heavy. So down at field 4, which we actually just finished planting a couple days ago, there are like 1/2 foot tall cactuses. There's 2 on each side of every post. And then we're growing those ones vineyard style. So we've got like all the wire in between the posts. And as they grow, it'll take between 2 to 5 years for them to get to full maturity. So very time consuming. That's why these things take a lot of time. So we'll get to full maturity, and then we'll kind of
Simone.
go up and around the vines or on the expansion. And then from there, it's just maintenance. So maintenance and then flowering and all that stuff. It is a lot of work. That's why they need volunteers too. So, but it's really cool. I'm not going into farming as my career path, but this is a really cool.
You zip that way and you zip back way, or you just zip that way?
That's what really geared me whales and things like that. But this is a really cool way to be on the island, and it is cool to be an organic farm, learning all these things: propagation, irrigation, just upkeep in general. So yeah, it's really cool. And everyone here too is kind of, some people are on the farming path. Our managers have been here for over a year and they're just super into it, which is really cool. Other people are just visiting and doing their thing on the island. So baby pineapples that are on the plants here. This is another really time-consuming fruit. So basically, once you plant a pineapple plant from like a propagated one, it takes about 1.5 to 2 years to get to a fruiting stage. And then from there, once it does start fruiting, it can take almost a year for the fruit to get ripe. So basically this one here, so we propagated these quite a while ago, before I was here. But basically what you do, and these are all Maui gold pineapples, so they came from the island. Yeah, that's the fruit. So what you do, instead of cutting the top off the pineapple, you actually unscrew the leaves from the fruit itself, just like twist and pull up. And then you'll get like a little wedge of the pineapple fruit that comes out with the leaves. And then you can peel off some of the leaves and put it in a cup of water, like we have a bunch in the bathroom, like in red Solo cups. And that'll help it grow roots. So 2 weeks in the cup, and then there's a lot of really good roots that it has. And then you can plant it in just like a little pot of soil, let it get comfy, and then plop it right in the ground. And then from there, that's when it takes up to 2 years to get to this stage. Yeah, so that's this, and then
Each plant only produce one.
so kind of, yeah. So this is the first fruit that it'll give. But the first fruit comes out of the center of the mother plant. So from this stage right now, it'll probably take 8 to 9 months to get to full maturity. So once we pick it, the plant itself will actually shoot out almost like a second plant off of the base of the mother plant. And that kind of looks like this. So we've got the big plant behind it, and here's the second one. So this is called a ratoon, and the ratoon is where the second pineapple will grow. So it's going to come out, kind of get out of the way of the other one, and then start its fruiting process. And then once that one's done, it'll do a third and final ratoon with a new pineapple.
So it
So
can get pretty dense in here.
it can, yeah. That's why we have to space them out and kind of figure out where they're going to go. But yeah, so basically as they go down through the process, through the 3 pineapples, they'll get smaller and a bit sweeter. So the third pineapple will be the smallest and like most condensed sweetness in that pineapple. But they're all delicious. They're just different levels in the lifetime of a pineapple plant. But basically these are just extra sources of revenue for us. When we are out of season with dragon fruit, we're not like selling things to stores. So this is just extra revenue, and it's fun, you know. So it was a good idea for them to.
저 형들. Banana.
But yeah, so we've got papayas and bananas down here.
Hmm.
We've got 3 different
They
types
had
of
a
bananas. We've got
banana
apple
too.
bananas, ice cream bananas, and something called red Cuban bananas. The red Cuban trees are actually right here. They're those red stalk trees straight in there. And those we don't have any banana bundles from yet. But when we do, they're still immature. The banana peel itself will be super dark red. And then the banana on the inside will be like a yellow tinted red. But supposedly, red Cubans are the best bananas ever. I've never had one because we aren't producing yet. But in Hana, they have them at fruit stands and everything. But if you ever see a red Cuban banana, buy it because supposedly they're amazing. Yeah, so those are those trees. And then we've got some apple bananas right there. So apple bananas, all of our ice cream bananas from the peel color, also the taste. But apple bananas are always going to have a super vibrant peel. So these ones are a little immature. We did just cut down a bunch of bundles and bring them up to our gazebo, so you guys will get a bunch of bananas. But basically, yeah, so the super green peel, and they do get a lot bigger than this. These are young. And then when they turn yellow, the yellow peel will be super bright. And then ice cream bananas, there's a bundle on the ground here because of the wind. But see how they have that kind of film on them? That kind of like blue agave, matte film, exactly. So that's how you tell those apart. The yellow peel will also be kind of muted like that.
뭐야, 저거.
Yeah, and those come over in the wind. We're trying to look at the trees because they're still kind of doing their thing. But basically, apple bananas are a little bit crisper, really tasty. They're still sweet, but then the ice cream bananas are crazy sweet. So we've got a inhabitor of the banana trees here. So this is an orb spider. We like to call them, banana spiders just because they hang out here. If we were naming them by location, I could also call them kitchen spiders or in your bed spider, like if they're in the corner of your room. But they're really pretty harmless. They're not aggressive spiders, so they're not gonna like chase after you, bite you just because. If you accidentally walk through a web, you might get one on you and it could be freaked out. But for the most part, they just kind of hang out in the corner of the kitchen and they don't really care. They eat cockroaches and mosquitoes all the way through. Yeah, they're completely hollow, and then each stem on the leaves are also completely hollow. And so there's actually a restaurant in town called Moco Roots. It's like really good vegan everything, really good. But they will dry out papaya stems and use them as straws instead of plastic or even paper. It's really cool. Yeah, they're a pretty unique place. Yeah, but papayas in general, they're pretty weak trees. They do fine in the wind because they're kind of slender and not very resistant. But if you lean on one too hard, it'll just snap because they're super weak. Yeah. And then banana trees too. They're fine to push on, but the wind really takes a toll because they hold a lot of water in their trunk. And so they're heavy, and if the wind hits it too hard, they'll just snap. So, and we've got actually a huge banana bundle back there if you guys want to see what big ones look like. It's kind of behind that leaf. I can move the leaf out of the way. Oh, wow. Yeah, they get really big. So, heavy. Yeah, super heavy, but that's like the apple bananas here. And there's actually a bird's nest in here too. So these will be ripe soon. You guys can come in here if you want. Just watch your step.
Apple banana.
Rocks and stuff. And this is our aqua ball course next to us. Yeah, but they get really big. And so these almost look like those store bananas that are like super big, but these are just so much more flavorful. These will be yellow soon, so we're gonna have to cut down that banana. But you can see how thick this stem is because this weighs a lot. We'll be struggling to like lift him up to hang him in our gazebo. We have to have like 3 people lift up this banana bundle. All organic, no pesticides, so this is our natural way of doing it. And something cool is we actually have a big old pod down here by the stalk. Yeah, so this is a big old cacao pod. And we've got a couple other ones. I'll try and hold this invasive plant out of the way. Yeah, big old cacao pod. We've got a couple other ones along the stalk too. And actually one of our volunteers just kind of looked up when it's ready and what to do with it, and he's actually going to try and make chocolate. So that'll be cool. Yeah, I know. He said it's not that hard, but it's going to take a while. And I was like, you go, man, you go. I will watch and enjoy what you make, hopefully. Yeah, but when we see them looking like this, we're like, sweet, they're doing their job. And they really do help. They make the bugs pretty much stay away from our bananas and our papayas.
What kind of bugs are attracted to bananas?
So there's a lot of aphids here. Aphids, and then there's a bunch of beetles too. And then moths, like moth caterpillars will munch on things. Yeah, so that's basically what our main ones are, for sure.
Aphids are awful.
They are just a pain in the butt. What's the name of this? That's a Hawaii-Koa. Yes. So that's a seed pod that would...
I grew up eating these.
Really?
Yeah, they taste like
yeah, so he won. Kind of win for the little guy, which was cool. But just a funny story. Bill Gates was sued by a small fisherman.
We're talking about this mountain here, Bill Gates. 到11月10日种树呢，这路种了别给的药我private的天呢。
We don't have any fruit on the tree right now. The wind knocked the ones we had off, and then they kind of take a while to come back. But what is cool is that the leaves smell exactly like the citrus. So this is like a scratch and sniff sticker. So if you guys want to pass that around, it smells amazing. Really, really nice. They're also a thorny tree. I just yeah, look at these spikes on this thing. What is the point? I don't understand, but basically, yeah, everything here is so stabbed by it every time, I swear. But yeah, you can keep that. I've had people on tours taking and like rubbing on them because it smells so good. But it's like lemongrass, lemon lime, really nice. Yeah. See, most citrus trees in general, the leaves smell like this. So you scratch them off and just, it smells so good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, really nice smelling.
All right.
Yeah. What'd you say?
he cooks the leaves with fish.
Really?
Don't have these things in there.
Wow, yeah. I have a friend too who she's trying to like extract the citrusy oil from the leaves, and she wants to like hang it in her car or like make a little perfume out of it. Yeah, my family. But yeah, that's the Buddha's hand, and there's honeybees all over this too. Another spiky plant. So we have succulents going all the way up our little pathway here, and then empty boxes for if people want to put their own flowers for like weddings and stuff. Yeah, yeah. These grow super well here. We've got a lot of spiders in there. Aren't they beautiful? I know. I love to take pictures when there's water in them and you just like get up nice and close. Like this one is just, yeah. Our succulents do really well here. We water them I think every other day, and then they just they're killing it.
What?
But it's a really nice walkway. And then this space up here, we're actually going to have a bamboo cover on soon, like a big bamboo structure, so it'll be shaded. And then this is basically all new stuff. And then these will be the ponds that we'll eventually have too, that are supposed to kind of be like a fire barrier if it ever happens again. So right now we're just pits that will eventually have water. Where do you get your water from? Is it? Yeah, so there's a reservoir up in the valley, so that's the backside of Yao Valley up there, and it's basically got this really big reservoir up there that fills up every day, and then they kind of send water to different parts of Lahaina on different days. But we have water every day, but then we have water for specific things on like Tuesdays and Fridays, things like that. But we get everything from the reservoir.
Water free?
Is it free? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I know like it might be free, but if we need more than what they allot in a day, then I think we have to pay for it. But that's a good question. I'm not sure. This is an apple banana.
Wow.
And this is an ice cream, so you can see the difference in peel. There's like the bright and the muted. These are very ripe. They're going to be super sweet and tasty. There's a few of them in there. Apple bananas. And then have you guys ever had lilikoi? So this is So this is a passion fruit basically. So they. You know they're ripe when they get a little bit wrinkly and they're yellow. So if you guys cut this down the middle, you'll get these like this orange goo with black seeds on the inside. Super delicious, very tart. Really good on pancakes, I always like to say. But lilikois are really, really good. Yeah, and then we've got some papaya in here, some star fruit, and a bunch of bananas.
Do you have dragon fruit?
We
I
don't.
know they're out of season. But
Yeah, we don't, unfortunately. Yeah, the summer. If you guys come back in the summer, come back here and we'll have a bunch of dragon fruit for you.
How hot does it get here in the summer?
Probably close to 100. I'm not gonna be here for the summer because I just can't hang with that. I'll be in Alaska for their summer, which is more like this. So yeah, it gets really warm. It's really warm in the summer. So.
Oh, there's a bunch of passion fruit in here.
Here.
oh,
You want someone like that?
One of these.
Mushy.
Which one is that?
This one is
banana.
it's okay.
That's the ice cream one.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Cho em nhớ cái chế mùi tự la cho nó
Let's start.
Yeah.
Oh, you have an ice cream one?
They say ice cream or whatever.
Thank you.
Take ice cream banana.
What about this one?
That's the apple.
Apple, right?
Ta the apple banana.
The brighter one's apple, and then the muted one's the
Middle
ice
one.
cream.
Ice cream, huh?
This one's ice cream.
I see.
Do they get an ice cream?
Oh. This one
This
is
is ice cream.
ice cream, huh?
The ice cream was fast.
So good.
Let's see.
This one's really good. It almost has a
The apple.
Why don't you? Oh, why don't you try it? I want to look at it.
So good.
Let me see. Yeah, star fruit.
yeah. I've not tried theirs. Let me grab you guys a fruit.
Those are all.
Yeah, oh no, yellow ice cream.
Ice cream.
What's the difference? One is lighter, one's muted. The apple.
One's brighter.
Apple's
This one
brighter.
has kind of like the matte white coating. Ice cream.
Kadala.
Cut this.
Dad, how do you cut the star fruit?
You don't need to cut.
Just
Just bite, eat it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yep.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't mind. We don't mind.
Might be
So
sour, yeah. Might be sour.
So good.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
So
a
good?
little sour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Try that one? Look at this one.
Try it.
Not sure, no.
Okay, so yes, I thought we had more ripe ones, so you guys are gonna have to be patient with them. They'll turn yellow and they'll get super soft, and then they're ready to eat. That's, yeah, ice cream banana.
It smells good.
I'd say
It's supposed to be like you.
Whatever we don't eat, we can let
so. I got you guys some
Mom, I'm sure Mom would like to try some.
Yeah.
That's you. It's gotta be put a little bit salt in there.
Smell it.
A little bit.
I like passion fruit ice cream.
Me too. Passion fruit sorbet. Ours are like this.
We had to crack it open over our heads.
Sherry ever. Look what she had. Can you see that?
I did.
She didn't know how.
I did.
Try it this way. See how it goes.
Yeah, it's super safe. It's like a perfect.
Not a fan?
Kind of.
I might be a fan.
She don't like the sea.
Oh, yeah, at all.
I grab your guys'
Yeah, absolutely.
Just eat it.
Yeah, but no.
Thank you so much. It was awesome. Aloha, I appreciate you.
So it's $5 per person. That's about it.
그나마 취소 아직은 선택.
Hôm nay Tết tu Tết có thể lên nào.
Yeah, and I got it.
Wow. này monkey thế vẫn nó chỉ chia monkey vẫn nó chỉ
mới đó cái tờ vỏ ở sáng đấy sao
What a gross
you know?
fruit. It's so delicious.
Try.
But why would you ever think to the eggs?
Looks a fish eyeball.
okay
You try it.
You're the son
just be a monkey for a day.
son-in-law gets a
How was it?
This one's very sweet.
Very sweet. Tại đây có bao nhiêu?
Not peppery.
Yeah.
Put on go in there.
Photo YouTube con dần đây.
When you guys make papaya salad, they're much more younger, right?
Yeah, the green one. The green one. When you pick, you do it. It's better.
How come sometimes the seeds are red and some seeds are black?
Oh, it's always black. The seed is always black. But the meat, some of the meat is red.
Tuần nung nó chỉ nung ra cho xí nó một cho
I
cái
could
trong.
live off this land.
Okay, hope you don't mind.
Thank you. Sure.
She can't have her own.
It tastes soapy.
Yes, you.
Doesn't have much sweetness to it.
Thank you. It tastes like soap.
I'm not a big fan of ripened papaya.
I don't know that I am either.
Yeah. No.
I like
You wanna try? Why not?
My favorite fruit.
If you get more of the rind, it's more soapy.
My favorite
Maybe I'm
fruit
buying
is
down
a
too hard.
mangosteen.
I love mangosteen.
I love
It's more soapy when it gets.
Ben.
Kitchen, New Chicago.
Hey, mommy.
Okay,
Oh, I got a big one. So,
it's mine.
thank you for a big one.
usually watermelon. Yeah. I like mangosteen a lot.
It's so flavorful too.
Nè, cái gì đồ lúa, cái này nó mới sáng đã thế, and sẽ giờ thôi thì nó bên nó nè, anh ấy cái gì nè,
Guava?
cái gì đồ lúa nên đó.
You guys want avocado? You want to try their avocados or $3 for they taste?
Anh ấy to, ấy sẽ thì ở cá tàu trơn nè, thì sẽ từ nó ở cá tôm đâu nè.
Look at that.
They always say when you're the last one, you got less. But he lucky. He the last one, but he got more.
It's okay.
I feel like Grandpa could spend days here.
Yeah, right?
I like
Grandma?
So we can get started.
No, lady?
This is what we call
I
monkey.
use the papaya peel on
Cần đủ đó, chỉ muốn tôi đã để đó. Bây giờ một chế đó.
How do you say this one? No, it's not here. What's this?
Cái tôi nhớ nói chuyện nó, cái nó sẽ... chị, cho cái banana fly. Cái nó nhớ thái tế, cho nên nó banana fly. Cái nên nó hôm bia cái cô nhớ stove. Nó stove có tư. The turkey, potato chip. And pepper shoe nó nói giờ đã có một chế là có tôn gì khác cái đó thì chế nó nằm món nó gấu nhớ tao nó tao lấy xe hả giờ nó bây giờ shoe chơi nó thế này
How do you pronounce ERP? Yeah.
Exit here for all A gates.
Hey.
Please watch your step.
Okay. Right here. Go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Đây một chế đó, nó nằm lại đây là chế đó. Nó nằm lại đây một chế ở đây. Yeah, okay. Bây giờ là con nhau hổ có là có tải nó ghé xe lại bên phải rõ tại do xe bây giờ là con nhau đây mà crystal glacier.
That is also includes vaping, not allowed on this aircraft. FAA regulations prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying laboratory smoke detectors. Leave all carry-on bags behind. Please refer to the safety card near your seat for the operation of the exit doors on this aircraft. It's also unlikely, but if necessary, oxygen masks will drop from above your seat and from the restroom ceiling. If a strap appears and you do not reach the mask, pull down on the strap to access your mask. Firmly hold the mask to extend the plastic tube and start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic band over your head, and tighten the strap. Oxygen is flowing even if the bag does not inflate. Put your mask on before helping others. Should you need it, you'll find a life vest with a water-activated light in a pouch under or between your seats. When directed, pull the tab to retrieve the pouch. If there's a strap, remove it from around the pouch, tear the pouch open, remove, and unfold the vest. Slip it over your head, wrap the belt around your waist, and secure it to the buckle in front. Pull the loose end of the strap to tighten. Just be...
Đây là sạch sẽ vậy đó, xong lại đây nó rò luôn. Sao lại đây luôn, sao nhá hồng hôm lại đây luôn rò nữa. Đấy, thật là sạch sẽ rồi. Rồi chơi. Ở đây có một Alaska nữa. Kalau cara chơi nó chỉ nó một nữa.